Yeti for Yama Obibiara Aquaba, aha a daily trends, Ayana or the comment section, ato a year, a whole amayan, not wagenche amayan. Sabri, Yensem and Yanko and Semu Emu.
Baya, if free swa, what about me loose relations and then people loose relations? And yes, you lose relations based on visible performance. And yet, the be a drum baby. Nemo mkofoni ye yama yehu ye hi enti asembi on bekebia obi agedi ekomo so ba kakra what you say na obi agedi na ma menhwe asebo mkeka yem se na nye enibre ene abufuo bi na abaga na fomu atia MPP a eka obi be ka chomo se mo fa mo nkwasa asem so ho na de so mo kan nyansemi Bank Square. Was it the tallest building in Ghana?
Yeah.
Say, we be say Bank Square a buono edi kekenti.
Inti meyisi.
Dabio eninti so mo ba. Omba jisika no ama aban. Tio. Edan ya yesi ama o man Ghana.
Aye do aban sika ni.
Ye dey aban sika na esi mu. Kwabrane bi ti ho say edan ne boarding. Enu nti na eye corruption. It's so mo ba.
Oka kwabrane kura waka ni. So ka say obibi ntwi. Kwa don tobi jojen ntwi.
Na ka me adekota meka say ka be say kwabrane ne kan e ba kwa don tofu bi jiji ye. No mo de na ma board demonstration. Say Bank Square ne boarding. Be say me hwa ade bi wo say still financial recoveries from corruption cases. A black one that can be graphic online. Wo say Ora identified over $21 billion in potential recoveries.
That's what my border.
Who are the people that design some food?
That's my border. No, I can't just like that.
Which is who you nipa? Over that design some where they said, what could that since when? Any a quarter will be a difficult person. Was it Metia? So far, Ghana, and Babamians. At Wednesday, dear, about that I went here and made Nico too. And then Dr. Comrado for me boy. Apart from that, one be check. A black one revealed that Ora's investigation into 36 high-profile cases alone could yield up to $20.49 billion. And you know, Ghana, you see, Capo Digo for the and then say, woman, to my first cannot Ghana for coaches can try black one. If you are successful in recoveries, we can retrieve as much as $20.49 billion United States dollars. The cases include major corruption scandals involving. Look at this rubbish. Look at Adiri and Yansa building. Major scandals like the National Cathedral Project. National Cathedral Project. Where is the scandal? But Omulebu a scandal.
I mean, this is for the new to Ghana.
Power Distribution Services (PDS). Omulebu a scandal. And to know this car act so. Salt Pond decommissioning project. Yerusalem a scandal. Now, how come put the now he said Ora's findings indicate that prime state lands were sold at shockingly low prices, leading to an estimated revenue loss of $702 million. Some people acquired prime cantonment land for as low as 42,000 cedis. Land that should fetch $500,000 more per plot at fair market value. I buy property and then land cruises are multi-timono. And you bet me Avalon Yanya Chumunya tomorrow. What got car and ne? Not a free shop. What car brand new tear rubber. Who to be to that? A free shop is a free shop on the Piabon to say pa at the value.
Oh yeah. So now I saw
a free shop on the Piabon to say pa at the value. In fact, what you can bear 1 year and not 2 years near the command friend is saying
value
the BV STC only value car you sue and never be as you use come standard what car $200,000 no what the call this value 2 years ever better $32,000 now a black party baby was say I don't want to car $100,000 it's the difference of $70,000 I say mautia that is over for you
damn sim
na yɛbɛpɛ time nya kaka nya kum ama Ghana fo hu sɛ biribi ne baaye abufuo bi ne baaye yɛnu nti na egige sanse ofuo bi ediye ɛma ekoto aba ɛma NDC ba wo ntimi ɛna wo sɛ wo mo ankasa Domelovo wase dai wase wo keka bo mu keke o ma hye dan value ayi bia ama na tele general so akasa
na usela mu ora no ese ora no kan ko mu dika gu no ansa kra na se o man no mu bi kai no maka
yo ba ko be de besi afagis kan
no ba bi no
akwa jam set you wada da ni eti na enen nkrofo na ni abre se wo se MPP for weska everywhere weska giska na man so a wuntimi ni ska no
yo
sa se me hifa na e kan eti ama nkrofo so ani abre what I say that's when back
Neighbor studio ya na me hu say citynewsroom.com a story Kokobo deputy CEO welcomes OSP probe denies conflict of interest story ne say the deputy chief executive in charge of finance and administration at the Ghana Cocoa Board, Mr. Atoboating, has welcomed calls for investigations by the Office of the Special Prosecutor and Sraj over allegations of conflict of interest linked to Atlas Commodities Limited. The response follows calls by the minority in Parliament, led by MP for Old Tafo, for a full criminal investigation into the operations of Atlas Commodities. However, in a document cited by City News on Monday, Mr. Boating dismissed the claims as false and unfounded. According to information released in his defense, Mr. Boating resigned as a director of Atlas Commodities Limited on January 20th, 2025, prior to assuming his current role at Cocoa Board. He also transferred his shares in the company to Edinam Yao Kofi and George Ofori, who now serve as trustees of a trust set up for that purpose. The statement further noted that Mr. Boating duly declared his previous interest in Atlas Commodities in his official declaration of assets and liabilities as required of public officers, lodging the documentation with the Auditor General, clarifying the operational structure within Cocoa Board. The statement explained that the board does not hold shares in PBC and therefore does not influence its management decisions. It added that the regulation of licensed buying companies is supervised directly by the Deputy Chief Executive for Operations, while grading, sealing, and cocoa quality supervision fall under the Deputy Chief Executive for Agronomy and Quality Control. Distribution and allocation of seed money to licensed buying companies, when applicable, is undertaken by the Research Department under the Deputy Chief Executive for Operations and sanctioned by the Cocoa Board. The Deputy CEO for Finance and Administration, the statement stressed, is responsible only for effecting payment after all approval processes by the CEO, the board, and the Deputy CEO for Operations have been completed. The statement also indicated that for the past 2 years, Cocoa Board has not provided seed money to licensed buying companies to purchase cocoa beans. Instead, the companies have had to secure their own buyers or obtain bank financing to fund their purchases. Based on this fact, the statement maintained that Mr. Boating has not used his position to influence decisions in favor of Atlas Commodities. And he also questioned why the MP would continue to publicly press the matter after petitioning the OSP and Sraj, instead of awaiting the outcome of the investigations. In the Honorable Eko Vincent Asifwa, official response from Deputy CEO NEA, Uobibi Kafaun.
Obi, JD can you confirm from the response that you be actually whether or not there was whether a denial, an admission with respect to the content and the Atlas Commodities Limited has been using warehouses belonging to the state at the end of Jumana. Did you cite anything like that?
No, there is no direct denial. In fact, I think the statement centered more on addressing the conflict of interest issues.
And how?
Okay.
No, you did not see anything like that.
Sure.
That's what it is. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So that means that the deputy CEO has nothing to say about that contention. Will you see a buying warehouses? Anna, what do you want? Warehouses that TBC for or someone issue normally will be my now private company now from that because we get the watching him TBC workers sponsor and now the other what the top now the and now you see the purchasing class now the will be my and then watching the bow you have nothing to say about that. So that means that it is a contention that the man by conduct has agreed that I was not wrong. Secondly, Obi, you know the call law school. Now you law of trust. Man, what for more person category and say or transfer me first.
Yes.
No transfer, you know. We na company no answer no estadi ade ko ma estasti. Eneza. Obi ka say that about your studio no. You projected a certain document. That registered general department for document now projected.
Yes.
When you have time, please just take pre. We are going to have some massive discussions there with respect to how trust Obi. Say me as a boy. No iPhone 17. My iPhone 17 I am media. And I'm saying you create a trust. Trust and me say, yes, so many.
Yes.
Many panel better some. And I say you don't better some. Almost just at the mouth. Yes, so there's a clause and a trustee and a beneficiary relationship. So, who are watching what was here? What document of the Registered General Department, etc. We don't know what the transfer was first. Now, what transfer was shared to you, what the shares in what is at the number. Any more company, not to create a trust. The almost so. Now, create a trust, is go and check page 3 of that document, the Registered General Department document. Trustees, there are 2 people. 1, Legal Capital Management Limited. The number of shares for that Legal Capital Management Limited, is 400. The second person, as a trustee, is Okudzeto. Look at that, 1,600 of the share, making the total number of shares 2,000. What does that mean? As a trustee, he still holds the majority of the number of shares of the trustee that has been created. Now, mind you, Obi, when you create a share, you create the share to say, yes, share to the beneficiary of someone. Meanwhile, trustee Lankatano, who are to what you now 1,600. Now, let me open your mind to something. Do you know that on the 20th of February, 2026, that is Friday, after I made the revelations, Omwako, Registered General Department, to now go and ensure a total transfer, which is the Legal Capital Management Limited in
Yes.
And Atobwating, which is 1,600. So almost that transfer, that share in an asset, that trustee, a union now, I'm in there, comma, Edinam. But what I say? What that means is that until this Friday, because I don't know what process. Until this Friday, before the trustee has been Legal Capital Management Limited and Okudzeto, which Okudzeto was holding 1,600 as the beneficiary. Intermediate can say the law of trust. How does it work? It works by way of a law. A trustee and a beneficiary. Just a one, the any audience. The Akusu Mr. to one customer. Now, washes to my or just Eddie Amahona for the benefit of who? For the benefit of a year Okudzeto holding 1,600 shares. Now, let me show you a document from the Registrar General Department, which my sources have been able to capture for me, which actually shows how they wanted to go about it. And this one is dated just this Friday. I am so sad. I am devastated that a public officer in that statute will try and make sure that now you are trying to find a way to make sure that you clean yourself. Sure. On the 20th of February 2026, in the documents of the Registrar General Department, it was resolved that Obi for purposes of so that you can read it alongside me.
Okay.
Obi Pachomedia send to your phone.
Very well.
It was resolved that by share transfer instruments, Obi Aba. It was resolved that by share transfer instruments, Legal Capital Management Limited and Okudzeto have both transferred all their 400 and 1,600 ordinary shares. What does that mean? Both Legal Capital Management Limited and Okudzeto will go back to their claim that on the 20th of January 2025, I'm not transfer test no more creating the trust. No one.
Yes.
But the trust that was created, he was the bigger beneficiaries of that
beneficiary of that trust. Yeah.
So what did he say? Let me go down. Then you see the criminal mindset of Okudzeto. Just listen. I'm sad, Obi. Let me just say, Michelle profile. And this is what we're doing to the state. When you go behind the news, you will see or say, and Okudzeto have both transferred all their 400 and 1,600 ordinary shares, valued at 400 Ghana cedis and 1,600
Ghana cedis each.
To Yao Edinam
Kofi.
Number 2, that by share transfer instrument, by share transfer instrument dated the 20th of January 2025, that is last year.
Yes.
Yao Edinam Kofi now owns 2,000 ordinary shares. I think almost 2,000 in Akoma Edinam. This is this Friday. So let's go. You will see it. All 2,000 ordinary shares valued at 2,000 as the sole shareholder filed